Hi, I'm Dr. Tamara Hamai. I help nonprofit leaders to create more sustainable impact through every transition. In this video, I'm going to talk about the types of data or information that you need as a nonprofit to sustain your organization through uncertain times, through transition periods, through rocky waters. When times are tough, like now when I'm recording this video, uncertainty is the norm. Things are changing. Right now, federal government is changing funding sources and supports and laws that are impacting how nonprofits and philanthropies can operate. Now, it can be a little scary when things are uncertain and overwhelming thinking about what do we do as leaders in order to make sure that our organization can make it through this time. Right now, I'm having a lot of conversations with nonprofit leaders and they're doing a lot of new things. They're trying new funding sources. They're trying to engage in ways that they weren't before. And this can be good, but it also can be bad. When you're trying new things, sometimes you're spreading yourself too thinly, right? You're trying to do too much with the resources that you have, and sometimes with not enough resources. So I really want to focus this video on what information do you really actually need to keep collecting and what maybe can you let go. The first thing that you need when you're in uncertain times, when you're starting to talk to new people about what you do, or you're starting to think about maybe we should change some of our programming or strategy, the first thing you need to know is what you do and why you do it. Most organizations have multiple programs and services, but there's usually one or two things that really are the heart of the organization. Without those one or two things, those programs, you wouldn't exist or you wouldn't be making any difference in your mission. Focus on what you do that leads to the mission that you have. If your vision as an organization is that all children are going to live thriving, happy lives, and your mission is to improve children's, I'll just make it up, emotional well-being, what are the one or two programs that you have been delivering consistently the longest period of time that really make the biggest difference for that emotional well-being? Those are the what you do. Everything else can become optional. If you lose funding, maybe those are the things that you cut first. But the things that are the core of what your organization does are the things that you need to focus on maintaining, sustaining, and building. Put the energy where the biggest impact comes from. What you do and why you do it are the core programs or activities that lead to the most positive change in your mission. The next thing that you need to maintain and have information available for people about is how much you are doing. So how many people are you serving? How many sessions are you delivering? How many activities are you engaging in? Show that you are being productive. By showing that you have a reach to however many people in however big of an area, right, that you're engaging in a certain number of sessions, you're not only showing that you can consistently deliver services, but that you are capable of serving more. With more funding, with more resources, you might be able to increase that quantity. But quantity is something that people expect to see, and when you're speaking with somebody that doesn't know you and your organization well, to be able to show that you are consistently productive is a part of trust building. The next thing is about how well you do, the quality of your services. People want to see that people are experiencing your programs in ways that they want to experience things. If we have a population that is often mistreated, then how can you demonstrate that you are treating them the way that they deserve and want to be treated? How are you living up to your organizational values, right? If you have values around family-centered programs, how are your programs family-centered? How are you delivering things that are in a family-centered way? Showing that you deliver high-quality service is going to help to make you stand out when you are speaking with people about what you do, when you are also deciding internally what you should keep and what you might need to change, right? If something is going well or being delivered well, then you can do more of it rather than things that aren't working as well. You also want to look at information about how you're benefiting the people that are in your program. So what outcomes are you generating for participants in your activities? How are their lives changing? Tracking outcomes in the short term, so what happens right after they engage in your service, and things in the longer term, so 6 months down the line, a year down the line, right? Like how are they benefiting because they were in your program? Having 1 or 2 critical outcomes tracked and demonstrated for multiple participants in your program is going to be important for your sustainability. I encourage you to do less, right? Like, you don't need to measure every single outcome, and you don't need to change every aspect of people's lives, right? What are the things that if you could change one thing in the short term, or if you could change one thing in the long term, what would they be, right? What are the most important things for you to be improving for people in order to get to your mission? Those are the only things that you really need to measure and track over time. And those are the things that will help you tell a really clear and consistent story of the impact that you're creating for people when you're speaking with donors and funders. If you have that program I mentioned that has a mission to improve emotional well-being, maybe you just look at children's emotional awareness in the short term and children's self-regulation, regulation of their own emotion in the long term, and that's it. Maybe you can measure more than that, but that might be enough to tell a complete story of how you're helping children to establish consistent emotional regulation skills and set themselves up with a strong foundation of being able to manage and grow their emotional development over time. So the types of information that we need to collect and review, but also talk about when we are really concerned about the sustainability of our organization, are what we do and why we do it, how much we do, how well we're doing, and who benefits because of what we do. Throughout all of that, we want to stay focused and prioritize really the things that are most critical and not try to do everything for everybody. So if you liked this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos about how nonprofit leaders can sustain their organizations and their impact. And I will see you soon. Rock on.